7. Things men want in bed, but are afraid to ask for. And the most curious part is, in most cases, these desires aren't even difficult to fulfill. They just want you to know how to touch certain sensitive points that can transform the experience for both of you. If you enjoy this kind of content, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. That way, you help YouTube spread the video and contribute to the channel's growth. And of course, drop the key phrase of this video in the comments. I understood what they really want, to show you're part of our community. Chapter 1. The Power of the Mysterious Touch. Many men love a touch of mystery, but they don't always have the courage to ask for it. They don't want you to fake anything, but they love it when you show up differently, with a hint of boldness that makes everything more exciting. It could be something simple, like a more intense gaze, or a subtle change in your behavior that breaks the routine. You know when you're getting ready for the moment and suddenly do something that surprises him? That's what they love. It doesn't need to be a performance, just something that shows you're willing to be creative. Sometimes it's just a seductive smile or an unexpected gesture. That makes everything more intense. They're completely drawn to this kind of attitude. Why don't they ask for it directly? Because they're afraid you'll find it forced or unnecessary. But the truth is, even if they never say it, they love when a woman allows herself to be spontaneous and subtly daring. A shift in the atmosphere can change everything. Imagine the environment transformed by a single gesture. That makes him even more fascinated by you. That touch of mystery builds sexual tension and makes the moment far more pleasurable for both. What many men want is to see their partner more engaging without needing much. Just a little boldness. Nothing exaggerated. And yes, this kind of attitude is sexy. They love the sense of challenge you create, as if it's a game between the two of you, where curiosity and anticipation grow over time. Don't worry, you don't need to be an actress or a cover model. The secret lies in doing the unexpected, while staying true to yourself. When you do that, you create a unique moment that he'll never forget. So why don't they ask for it? Because they're afraid it'll feel out of place or forced. But the truth is, he's waiting for it. And when it happens, desire rises instantly, creating a much deeper connection. What matters most isn't just what you do, but the confidence with which you do it. They love it when a woman dares to surrender to the moment, naturally, without rushing through a script. This scene play, in quotes, might be the key to turning a good moment into something unforgettable. They want you to feel free, to create an atmosphere that raises the excitement and makes the experience even more pleasurable. Chapter 2. The Look That Says It. All eye contact is one of the biggest hidden desires for many men, but they rarely ask for it. When you look deeply into his eyes during intimacy, you're creating an emotional connection that goes beyond the physical. They love that silent exchange, that wordless complicity. Deep down, they want to be seen fully, not just as a body, but as someone you're connecting with on a deeper level. The look reveals so much of what's happening between you two, and many men are drawn to that kind of intensity. Why don't they ask? Because they're afraid it will seem too intense, or like they're forcing something that should feel spontaneous. But they love that exchange of gazes, when the connection goes beyond the physical and reaches into the emotional. When you look into his eyes, you transmit confidence and desire. He feels that you're really there with him, not just participating in the act. This increases intimacy and makes the desire even stronger. Many men don't have the courage to ask for that kind of eye contact, but deep down, they want to know you're truly connected to the moment. It gives them a sense of security and pleasure, and makes the experience much more thrilling. Eye contact can also help guide the rhythm of the moment. Imagine the exchange of gazes, while pleasure increases. They love when you maintain eye contact, making it clear how involved you are, without needing to say a word. In bed, those shared glances are one of the most powerful ways to intensify sexual tension. They don't ask for it because they think it might be too much. But deep down, they love it when a woman is entirely in tune with him. And for you, there's nothing sexier than knowing you're creating that kind of connection. Right? Try holding his gaze, without rushing, and watch the chemistry turn into something even hotter. The truth is, a look can say more than 1,000 words. It can express desire, affection, intensity, all without saying anything. So next, time you're with him, hold eye contact a little longer, and feel how much more he'll open up to you. Chapter 3. The Gentle Caress. Many men feel embarrassed to ask for gentle caresses, but the truth is, they love being touched in a delicate and attentive way. They don't want rough sex all the time. Sometimes, what they crave most is a soft touch on the neck, a subtle kiss on the back, or a light stroke through the hair. These small gestures make a huge difference and increase the intimacy between you. They adore when their partner takes time to touch them with care, exploring every inch with tenderness. These touches create pleasure that goes beyond the physical, awakening emotional connection that intensifies the experience. But why don't they ask? Because they're afraid of seeming vulnerable or too sensitive. The truth is, gentle touches are often exactly what they need to feel more loved and connected. These caresses also build sexual tension. By touching slowly and softly, you awaken desire gradually, without rushing, making the experience even more pleasurable. And if you think this kind of touch is only for romantic moments, think again. They love it when softness mixes with intensity, creating a complete and sensual experience. Gentle touch builds trust. When you explore his body with care, he feels seen and appreciated. He notices that you're tuned in to his needs, and that alone is deeply pleasurable for him. Break. I'm Firtas. Chapter 4. The Sexual Fantasy. Sexual fantasies are a natural part of male desire, but few men have the courage to share them with their partners. They might feel uncomfortable or fear being judged. But the truth is, many men long to explore their fantasies, whether simple or a bit more daring, like role reversal or a different setting. They're embarrassed to ask, but the desire is there. They would love for you to suggest something out of the ordinary, like a new position, or a little role play that includes some acting and improvisation. That role exchange can be incredibly exciting and boost intimacy. What they really want is the freedom to explore these fantasies without judgment. Many men want new experiences, but hesitate to ask, worried their partner won't like it or feel uncomfortable. But the truth is, when a woman is open to exploring too, the pleasure multiplies for both. And here's the thing. Fantasies don't need to be elaborate. It can be something as simple as changing the lighting in the room or taking control for a moment. They love that kind of surprise and find it incredibly sexy. When their partner suggests exploring fantasies together, they feel safer, more open to surrendering. They enjoy knowing that you're willing to experiment because it shows that you're also open to new ways of enjoying pleasure. Why don't they ask for it directly? Because they fear you'll think there's something wrong with the relationship or that their preferences are strange. But the truth is, most men love the idea of trying something new, especially if it brings more pleasure to both. Exploring. New fantasies together can transform the relationship. Trust grows, desire increases, and sex becomes more exciting. And what's great is, Fantasies don't need to be extravagant. Sometimes, a simple role play is all it takes to break the routine. When you're open to embracing his fantasies, it creates a sense of partnership where both of you explore pleasure together, and that's far more exciting than you might imagine. So, next time he brings up an unusual suggestion, don't be afraid to explore it. He'll feel even more attracted to you. And the desire between you will grow in explosive ways. Chapter 5. The Forgotten. Erogenous zones. Often, the focus in sex is on the most obvious areas, like the genitals, but many men actually love it when you pay attention to other parts of their body that don't always get much attention. He might not ask, but many men love when a woman explores more sensitive areas, like the neck, ears, or even the inner arms. These less obvious areas can spark incredible pleasure. What's interesting is, by exploring these forgotten erogenous zones, you create a sense of surprise and excitement, because these areas are extremely responsive. Believe me, he'll be amazed at how aroused he can become from just a gentle touch in an unexpected place. Often, it's the softness and tenderness that make all the difference. So why don't they ask for this? Because they're afraid of seeming too sensitive or weak. They worry their partner won't understand that touching these unconventional zones is actually increasing their pleasure. They feel insecure about what might seem like a strange need or an unexpected preference. But the truth is, they love this kind of touch because it breaks away from routine. It surprises them and makes them feel desired in a unique way. Caressing areas like the neck, shoulders, or even the back can transform sex, making it more sensual and deeply pleasurable. The secret is understanding that sex doesn't have to focus only on what's standard. Touching. Less explored erogenous zones is an amazing way to increase desire without needing big moves. He'll notice your attention to his body, and that alone will turn him on even more. Besides that, many men love the feeling of discovery. When a woman is sensitive enough to explore these more delicate areas, it becomes a playful and exciting journey. And what's more, when you touch those places carefully, it creates a moment of shared connection, like you're exploring his body in your own special way. And yes, he's probably going to love it. His reactions will show you that you're on the right track. He'll be completely immersed in the pleasure brought on by your subtle touches. So why don't they ask? Because many men honestly have no idea how their partner might react. Often, they'd rather wait and hope that she'll take the lead. So why not try exploring these forgotten zones? He'll love how you're discovering his body. And in return, the relationship will become even more intense and more exciting. It's simple, but very powerful. When you explore these areas, the pleasure builds up, creating a sensual atmosphere. They love it when you touch in lighter, less expected ways, because it creates a slow-burning kind of pleasure. And in the end, the connection between you two becomes even stronger. Chapter 6. The Slow and Sensual Rhythm. Many men love when sex is slow and sensual, but they don't ask for it directly. They enjoy feeling every moment, savoring each second of the experience without rushing. The slower pace creates a deeper connection, allowing arousal to build gradually, with no need to hurry, but they rarely ask for it, fearing their partner might think they're trying to delay things, or that something's wrong. What they really want is to feel that every movement, every touch, has intention. They love when a woman can slow things down and enjoy every detail, exploring pleasure more profoundly. This also helps increase sexual tension, building a delicious sense of anticipation, where desire intensifies second by second. The truth is, while most men enjoy quick moments of passion, they also deeply appreciate when their partner takes the time to explore. That slow rhythm creates a sense of mutual surrender, where pleasure builds gradually and lasts longer. When things move slower, sensations become more intense. Soft touches, gentle kisses, and attentive caresses expand the pleasure. There's nothing sexier to a man than knowing his partner is fully present, enjoying the moment just as much as he is. They love the feeling of control, without needing to force anything. When you slow down and focus on the pleasure of the now, you're giving him a unique emotional and physical experience. He doesn't want you rushing toward the end. He wants you immersed in the journey. And when you allow yourself to embrace that slower pace, you also open space for deeper intimacy, exploration, and sensation. Every touch, every kiss, becomes more meaningful, and that turns sex into something richer and more satisfying. So why don't they ask for this directly? Because they assume most women prefer speed or more intensity, and they're afraid you won't enjoy the slower approach. But they crave that sensuality, and they want the experience to be lived fully. This slower rhythm also helps both partners feel more connected. Sex is no longer a race, but a sensual dance, where you both surrender to pleasure and desire. That creates a unique level of intimacy that goes far beyond the physical and is rooted in true connection. When you slow things down and surrender to that kind of rhythm, you're creating a special moment where the bond between you becomes even stronger. And believe me, he'll love realizing that you're just as engaged, enjoying every detail and every second. Chapter 7. The Surprise of Improvisation. Last but not least, many men love being surprised during sex, even though they rarely ask for it. They crave those moments when something unexpected happens, something that breaks the routine and brings freshness to the experience. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. A simple gesture, a change in attitude, or a spontaneous move can turn sex into something memorable. Surprise can be a new position mid-act, a kiss in a place he never expected, or even bringing in a small fantasy. What they truly love is when sex becomes an evolving experience, filled with small discoveries. They hesitate to ask for this because they fear it might seem excessive or forced. But the truth is, they long for that sense of novelty that increases desire and excitement. Routine can be a major enemy of pleasure, and a good surprise reignites the spark of passion. When you decide to improvise, it changes the entire dynamic. You step out of the comfort zone and create a space where pleasure isn't scripted, but lived. That sense of freedom is intensely arousing. Even a subtle change, like a bolder touch or switching the environment, can make everything feel new. They love it when you show that you're not stuck to a pattern, but open to exploring different forms of pleasure. The unexpected brings renewal. They love it when you break expectations, and it makes them feel more alive, more present. Sex gains a new energy, where you're both connected, but through a much more thrilling dynamic, where you don't know what's coming next. They love the mystery that improvisation creates, the "what's going to happen now" sensation. That anticipation is what makes them surrender even more to the moment. Why don't they ask for this? Because many of them believe their partner prefers to keep things normal, or might see surprise as too much. But when you bring spontaneity naturally, they love the feeling of being caught off guard. Improvising creates a shared energy, where both of you surrender to the moment without expectations, making everything more exciting. The key is being natural, introducing something new, slowly, and letting it unfold with ease. So next time, try a little surprise. Don't be afraid to be spontaneous, to take the lead, to bring something new. It might just turn sex into something truly unforgettable. Now that you know the 7 things men truly want in bed, but don't ask for, it's time to put this knowledge into action. Try bringing in a little mystery, explore new fantasies, slow down the rhythm, or surprise him with something unexpected. He's going to love it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment the phrase, "I understood," what they really want, to be part of our community. Let's share these insights and help more people understand what truly happens in the bedroom. Be sweet and strong.